Omega. Now we will discuss about RL transient using sinusoidal input. Now consider the circuit RL which is being supplied with the sinusoidal input of Vs, which is equal to Vm sin omega t. At time t is equal to 0, switch is closed. So it means that at the instant of switching, the current flows into the circuit. So before time t equal to 0, the switch was closed, the switch was opened and no current was passing through the circuit, and hence the current through the inductor before the switch is closed is 0. So therefore, after the switch is closed, at that instant there will not be any change in the inductor. Hence, the current will be literally 0 in the inductor. So this is the initial condition for the inductor. Now apply KVL to the circuit. You will have Vm sin omega t is equal to R of I of t plus L of di of t by dt. Now take Laplace transform on both sides of the equation. You will get Vm as constant Vm, and for sin omega t, since it's a combination, so it's Vm sin omega t. When you take Laplace, constant is taken outside, and for sin omega t, the Laplace transform will be omega by s squared plus omega squared, and I of t is changed into I of s, and L into di of t by dt is changed into s into I of s minus I of 0 plus. Now since the initial condition is 0, so therefore I of 0 plus will be equal to 0, and hence you will get R of I of s plus s into L of I of s. Now take common term outside I of s, you will get R plus s into L. Take the constant beside s term such that you will have L into I of s outside, and inside the brackets R by L plus s since L is taken outside. Now from this expression, I of s can be written as Vm omega already is present, and L on the right hand side, when it goes to left hand side, it becomes Vm omega by L divided by, you will have a denominator of s square plus omega square as well as s plus r by L. So you will have a combination of s squared plus omega squared plus s into s plus r by L. Now that equation can be solved by using partial fraction method. So partial fraction method, take the expression Vm omega by L divided by s plus r by L into s square plus omega squared. As you all know, you will apply partial fraction technique like s divided by, for s term, s plus r by L, and for s square plus omega squared you will have bs plus c divided by s square plus omega squared. Now cross multiply and cancel out the LCM on both sides. You will get Vm omega by L on left hand side and a into s square plus omega squared plus bs plus c into s plus r by L on the right hand side. Now take the terms of s squared, s term and constant term separately. So here a when multiplied inside, it gets a squared plus a omega squared, and bs plus c multiplied by s plus r by L, you will have bs squared plus br by L into s plus cs plus cr by L. Now group the terms. Finally you will get a plus b for the s squared term, br plus a by L plus c for s term, and a omega squared plus r by L c for the constant term. Now equate the coefficients of s squared, equate the coefficients of s, and equate the constants on both sides. You will get a plus b is equal to 0 when you equate s squared term on both sides of the equation. You don't have any s squared or s term on the left hand side to be equated to on the right hand side. So therefore first equation is 0, second equation, which is the s term coefficients, that is also again 0. br by L plus c is equal to 0. Now for the third term, that is equating the constants, you will have left hand side Vm omega by L, and on the right hand side you have got a omega squared plus rc by L. So this is the equations for 1, 2 and 3 after equating the coefficients of s squared, s and constants. Now, from the first equation, that is a plus b is equal to 0, you have either b equal to minus a or a is equal to minus b. Now, from equation 2, which is c plus br by l is equal to 0, c is equated to minus br by l. So, equation 3 can be written as, that is Vm omega by L is equal to A omega squared plus Rc by L is reduced or rearranged to A to be equal to as minus B and C to be equal to minus Br by L. So, you will get the expression as minus B omega squared minus B R by L the whole squared, since already you have got R by L over here and C is again you have got minus br by l, so therefore r by l into r by l the whole square. So finally take the common term outside, minus b is taken outside, so inside the bracket you have omega squared plus r by l the whole square. So from this expression you got b to be equated as minus Vm omega by L divided by omega squared plus r by L the whole squared. From this expression, A can be written as A is equal to minus B from equation number 1. So, therefore, A is equal to minus into minus is plus. So, Vm omega by L divided by omega squared plus R by L the whole square. Now, from C expression, minus B R by L. So, therefore, C is equal to minus B, minus into minus. Already you have got a minus sign in the B term. So, minus into minus plus. So, you have Vm omega R by L divided by L into omega squared plus R by L the whole square. Already you have got R by L over here, and in the B term also you have got Vm omega by L. So therefore you will have on the numerator one term to be as divided by L, and in the denominator also you have a L over here. So therefore C is equal to Vm omega R divided by L squared into omega squared plus R by L the whole square, because this is also in the denominator, this is also in the denominator. So this is the expression for C. Finally, let us substitute for I of S, that is in this expression. So therefore, you will have for A term A by S plus R by L. So A term Vm omega by L divided by omega squared plus R by L the whole squared, and B term is omega m omega by L divided by omega squared plus R by L the whole squared, plus Vm omega R by L squared divided by omega squared plus R by L the whole squared for the C term. So A, B and C is written in the I of S expression, which is given in the first page. Which is given in the second page. So from this expression, let us take common terms outside. Vm omega by L is common. So let us take that outside. Vm omega by L, and also the denominator omega square plus R by L the whole square is common in the first term as well as in the second term and third term. So therefore, let us take that outside. So Vm omega by L into omega squared plus R by L the whole squared into the inside term will be, one term will be 1 divided by S plus R by L, and the next term will be minus S, and the other term will be plus R by L, because here omega Vm by L squared is present in the term. So you have taken Vm omega by L outside, so the remaining leftover is R by L term over here. So therefore this will be the expression, and from this we can rewrite the denominator term which is in the outside of the bracket as omega squared plus R by L the whole squared. So here it is R squared divided by L squared. So this L squared is taken as common LCM. So you will have R squared plus omega squared L squared divided by L squared. So Vm omega divided by, already you have got an L here, you have got L squared over here, you can cancel out the terms. Finally you will be having L term over here, which is in the denominator side, that will come up to the numerator. So you will be having Vm omega L divided by R squared plus omega squared L squared into what the brackets 1 by S plus R by L minus s by s squared plus omega squared plus r by l divided by s squared plus omega squared. Now let us take omega L term inside the bracket. So therefore you will have omega L divided by s plus r by L, omega L s divided by s squared plus omega squared plus r omega divided by s squared plus omega squared. Now upon taking Laplace inverse, you will be having the inner term, the first term of the which is inside the bracket as 1 divided by s plus r by L, which is of the form 1 divided by s plus a. So upon taking Laplace inverse, you will be having e power of minus at. So therefore e power of minus r by L of t, omega L e power of minus r by L of t, minus omega L is taken here, and since you have got s term here, s divided by s squared plus omega squared, upon taking Laplace you will be having it as cos of omega t, and omega divided by s squared plus omega squared, upon taking Laplace inverse you will be having sine of omega t. So final expression gets reduced into this. Then after this, let us construct an impedance triangle. Impedance triangle is constructed based upon resistance, inductance, inductive reactance and impedance. Now, since the inductive reactance and resistance are in phase relationship of 90 degrees lagging, you can draw the triangle as with base as resistance and 90 degrees phase angle difference to be the inductive reactance. XL can be written as omega L. So therefore R XL, and this is nothing but impedance. So therefore hypotenuse is equal to root of R squared plus XL squared. XL is nothing but omega squared L squared. So you will be having this relation. Now from this relation, let us assume theta to be over here, making an angle between here. So therefore you can write this expression as sin theta to be equal to omega L divided by root of r squared plus omega squared, and cos theta can be written as r divided by root of r squared plus omega squared depending upon the impedance triangle. Now from this, let us rearrange the expression. We know what is sin theta, we know what is cos theta, and since the expression is omega L e power of minus r by L the t minus omega L cos omega t plus r sin omega t. Now we have to get this kind of a relation. So let us take the term which is outside the brackets, that is Vm divided by r squared plus omega squared L squared. This term can be written as root of r squared plus omega squared L squared into root of r squared plus omega squared L squared. So it's like 5 into 5, which is equal to 25. So root of 25 is root of 5 into 5. So that's how we'll be writing this term of r squared plus omega squared L squared. Now from this, let us take one of the root inside the brackets. So therefore you will be having this as omega L divided by root of r squared plus omega squared L squared e power of minus r by L t, and minus omega L divided by r squared plus omega squared L squared cos of omega t plus r sin omega t divided by root of r squared plus omega squared L squared. Now what is omega L divided by r squared plus omega squared L squared? It is nothing but it is the relationship of the sin theta. So therefore we can write that as sin theta. So this term is written as sin theta. And what is r divided by r squared root of r squared plus omega squared L squared? It is written as cos theta. So this term is written as cos theta. So you have sin theta e power of minus r by L t minus of sin theta cos omega t plus of cos theta sin omega t. These two terms are related as sine of a minus b. We know the relationship of sine a minus b, which is sine a cos b minus cos a sine b. So therefore, when you compare this relationship over here, sine a cos b is nothing but sine omega t cos theta minus cos a sine b is nothing but minus of cos omega t sine theta. So therefore, a is related to omega t and B is related to theta. So therefore we can write the expression as I of t is equal to Vm divided by root of r squared plus omega squared L squared into e power of minus r by Lt of sine theta plus sine of omega t minus theta. So this is the expression for current when sinusoidal input is given as source for an RL circuit. Thank you.